In this video, we're going to be talking about the easiest way that you could possibly ever pass the FTMO challenge. And after watching this video, you have absolutely no excuse for not being able to pass the FTMO challenge. I don't care if you're a complete newbie. I don't care if you've tried to pass the FTMO challenge before and have failed. After watching this entire video, there will be absolutely no question that you can, in fact, pass the FTMO challenge. And I'm going to show you exactly how to do it. Hey everyone, my name is Adam Winnig, and in this video, we're going to be showing you probably the simplest, easiest way that you could possibly pass the FTMO challenge. You literally only have to win 2 trades, and I'm going to show you how to do this. I'm going to show you the exact strategy, so make sure that you stick around to the end of the video, and I'm also at the end of the video going to show you a strategy where I use my favorite indicator. I'm going to show you how you can actually use it for free. Okay. So again, if you are new to our channel here, this whole channel was created to help make your trading easy, lucrative, and fun. So if you'd like to make your trading easier, more lucrative, and more fun, consider liking this and also subscribing to our channel so that we can get notifications anytime new helpful videos like this actually come in. Okay, so let's go ahead and talk about this. This is brilliant. I'm going to show you exactly how this works. So I'm going to break this video down into 2 parts. Number 1 is I'm going to show you the money management strategy, which makes this so that you only have to win 2 trades in a row. And then number 2, I'm actually going to show you the trading strategy behind it. So that way you guys can literally just copy exactly what we're doing. Oh yeah. And by the way, in case you're wondering, hey, does this actually work? It absolutely does. We have tons of people inside of our community that have already passed and gotten funded. This is my friend Tyler that passed. This is another guy. This is Tan that we showed a similar strategy to, who was able to pass. This is Charlie, who passed using this. I mean, we have a whole bunch of different examples. This is Mitchell, who was able to pass. This is Casey. I actually didn't get his proof of it, but he said that he passed twice using this strategy. And also Yuya was able to pass as well. So we get like testimonials of this pretty much like every single day of people passing using this strategy. So make sure that you tune in and you pay close attention to this video. Okay, so first things first is the money management strategy. So with FTMO, you guys know that in order to get funded up to $100,000, they have a 100K challenge, which basically means that you have to grow the account by 10% and you can't have more than a 10% max loss or 5% loss in a single day, right? So pretty easy. All we got to do is do 10%. Okay. So what we're going to do is we're actually just going to try to win 2 trades in a row. And at this point, as soon as you win 2 in a row, you're actually going to win and you're going to be able to pass the challenge. Let me break this down for you. Okay. With this strategy, we're going to use a 1 to 3 risk to reward ratio. That means for every $1 that we risk, we're going to earn $3, right? Or you can think of it in percentages. For every 1% that we risk, we're actually going to make 3% on our account. Okay, so we have a favorable risk to reward ratio. Now, the second thing is we're not going to compound our account like normal people would compound their account or like normal compounding works. What we're actually going to do is we're going to do something that we like to call asymmetric compounding. Okay, so asymmetric compounding, this is how it works. Okay, it works like this. We're going to risk 1% of our account. And if we lose that 1%, we're down 1%, right? But if we win, we're using a 3-to-1 risk to reward ratio, we're up 3%, right? So the way asymmetric compounding works is it's simple. We're just going to simply risk our original amount that we are risking, which is 1%, and we're going to tack on this 3% that we won. So we're just going to say this was a winning trade, right? And in this example, if we risk 1%, we made 3%, we're going to risk the 3% that we just made plus the original 1%. So we're risking a grand total of 4% in order to make, voila, 1 to 3 risk to reward ratio, you're going to make 12%. Okay. And all you got to do is you got to win 2 trades in a row. Okay. Now this is brilliant because you can even, let's say that you risk 1% and you lose it. You risk 1% to get 3%, you're down 1. Okay. You risk 1% in order to make 3%, you lose again, you're down 2. Okay. Big deal. You could even risk 1%. Okay. In order to make 3%. And let's say that you win this one. Okay. Well, now you're back up and you're +1. Okay. And let's say you lose again. You risk 1% in order to make 3%, right? And let's say that, in this scenario, we just won one. So we're going to now risk 3% plus the 1%. So that's 4%, right? In order to make 12%. But let's say that we lose, okay? Well, we lose, now we're just down we're basically just down negative 3%, right? And then from this point, we go on and let's say that we win 2 in a row. So we're going to go back down since we just lost this one, and we're going to risk 1% in order to make 3%. Okay, so we did that. And now we're back at break even. And then the next, we're just going to take this 3% plus the 1%, so 4%, in order to make 12%. And when we win this trade, again, we just have to win 2 in a row. At this point, you're up 12% and you've passed the FTMO challenge. So this is it. All you're doing is you're basically stacking your winnings plus your original amount when there's a winning trade. And all you're trying to do is get 2 winning trades in a row. Once you get 2 winning trades in a row, boom, you've hit the jackpot and you are passing the FTMO challenge, okay? Which is really, really awesome. This is called asymmetric compounding. We did another video about this on our channel. So if you want to know more about this, then you can totally see that video. I'll try to link a card or something like that up above so you can watch it. Okay, so that's the asymmetric compounding. That's the money management strategy. All we got to do is win 2 in a row. And by the way, you could pretty much just guess or use any Forex strategy and set a 1 to 3 risk to reward. And if you take enough trades, eventually you're going to pass because you're going to win 2 in a row. If you think about it, when you're rolling dice, I mean, you have a 1 out of 6 chance of rolling, let's say a 1, for example, but you also have a 1 out of 6 chance of rolling a 1 again, right? Because they're independent of each other. But how often when we're playing games with dice do we see that we roll doubles? You have a higher chance of winning 2 trades in a row than you do of rolling doubles. And you know how often that happens. So it's not going to happen right away, but you may have to trade, several trades in a row in order to win 2 in a row. But when you do, you pass. Okay. So now let's get into the actual strategy of how do we find setups with a 1 to 3 risk to reward ratio. I like to use something called the bank secret indicator. I'll actually show you. I'll put a link in the description so you could try this out for free for 7 days and only pay for it if you feel like it's worth it. But the reason I love this is because it makes everything so simple. Okay, here it pulls in data from thousands of retail traders. So you can see that the herd is short. And the herd is 95% of the time they're wrong. So we don't want to do what the herd is doing, right? We can also very easily see which way the market's trending on each time frame. This is a minute, 5 minute, 15 minute, and so on and so forth. So if it's blue, it means it's an uptrend. If it's red, it means it's a downtrend. So in this scenario, since we're trading on the H1 time frame, we should probably look to buy since most of the time frames are in an upward direction. Now, the thing that I absolutely love about the bank secret indicator is the fact that you can actually just get notifications to your phone anytime this happens. So instead of subjectively having to draw support and resistance zones, it'll automatically paint these zones for you so you don't have to see that. And also it'll just give you alerts when there's good trade setups. Okay, so it's really, really cool. This is something that is a kangaroo tail. Okay, if you're not familiar with kangaroo tail, here's what's basically happening in this scenario. We see this blue zone, which means that price is likely to bounce off the zone. I got a notification pushed straight to my phone. I come in here and I check out this and I see that there's this long wick right here, right? It's just a kangaroo tail. And I'm basically just going to enter the trade right above where the kangaroo tail closes. And I'm going to put my stop loss like right here, okay? At 100, about 15 pips or so. And you can see that we could write it all the way up to like right here, which is almost a 1 to 3 risk to reward ratio, right? So this is just a beautiful setup. Again, it's really simple with the bank secret indicator. And I'm going to show you a couple other examples of this, of how you can find 1 to 3 or even better examples. So basically just in here, you can set your scenarios of what you want and you can just enable kangaroo tails, for example, or you could do bullish engulfing candles or any candlestick patterns that you're familiar with, right? But the key is that they have to be printed at these zones. So here's another example, right? This was another example that was sent to my phone. You see this big, this zone, meaning that this is where price is likely to bounce off of. And you see that there's this massive bearish engulfing candle. So I got a notification right here. I entered the trade right here. I put my stop loss like right up here. And then I wrote it all the way down to this next zone. Okay, that's kind of how you want to use these, is just kind of drive them down to the next zone. Okay, now let's take a look at this one that came in. Again, just another example. It's really simple. We're looking to trade off of these zones. Again, another kangaroo tail that came in, alerted me on my phone right here. You can see price tried to push down and it couldn't. and we would have got into this trade right here. Okay, so maybe your stop loss was right here, so 32 pips, and you ride it all the way up to this next zone, which is 255 pips, right? Okay, so this is way better than a 1-to-3 risk to reward ratio, but I think you get the point. And also there's the arrow right here. Okay, so this is how you do it. You do it in conjunction. All you got to win is 2 trades in a row, and at the same time, if you use this bank secret indicator, you can use whatever trading strategy that you want to, but I like this because it makes it really, really simple to see everything. I get notifications straight to my phone. So if you would like to try the bank secret indicator, you can for free. I'll put a link in the description. You can try it free for 7 days. It's amazing. Also inside, once you get started, we'll show you this exact strategy kind of more in depth. You can learn it if you're looking to have a robust trading strategy that's proven to work. Okay. So hopefully this was helpful for you guys. Go ahead and like this button if it was helpful, and leave us a comment below. We'd love to hear from you, and subscribe to the channel so that way you don't miss out on any amazing content that we're going to be pushing out to help make your trading easy, lucrative, and fun. Okay, so I'll put the link below. If you want to try the bank secret indicator below, go ahead and click on the link and you can try it for 7 days.